Hi all, right, welcome back. Animats in Kharkov. Soviet Soul take 2 part 86 this is going to be. Just trying to put 85 together and all its bits and bobs and as messy as it is. So yeah, I needed something to make me feel a little bit better though. Not that I'm awful sure it's going to be a great help this. Um, was just having a look at the situation here again with the 40th Army, and we do have a card to activate it in again. Remember, we can activate anybody. We place the forward support last impulse, so we can activate anybody we want. Remember, these are 2 3-strength infantry units from 40th Army out of supply, but I had this crazy thought about trying to bring them across the battle. Unfortunately, they can only reach an attack on this guy. So then I thought, well, why don't we have them coming across, 6 attack in there, 1, 2, well I could actually get in there, which would be better. 6 of it attacking in there, and maybe 4 from that. We need a supplies unit as well joining the attack. And then the rest of this stuff attacking here, but then I also thought, could I not make an attack on all 3 of these? And I was looking at it, there wouldn't be many chip pools, the odds would be reasonable to be honest. I don't think I could go for all 3, but it's maybe these sort of things that I need to be thinking about. But however, I then started thinking, well, what does that really achieve? You know, trying to, let's just say for instance that we got extremely lucky and removed all the Rouse units. We eliminated them all. I mean, yeah, it clears them out the way. We only have 2 more cards in our draw pile for this turn. We've already had the 40th Army primary card, so it's unlikely we're going to be able to go up and do anything about this. And even if we were to do something about this guy and shove him out the way, this guy still cannot trace supply. He can't trace along the road, and he can't trace down there, even if we'll remove this unit, because, well, we've got this guy sitting on the road, but I mean, even if he for some reason moved away, we've got this guy in here. So it's, I mean, it's the fact that we've got this guy only in out of supply status at the moment, and the state that he's in, is better. But I can't see us saving that guy, you know. Because I mean, even now the error that Ramon spotted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into here is not applicable anymore because these German units have come across. So it's unlikely we're going to be able to get that guy back in supply. So we need to look at this and say, right, if we can't get him in supply, let's forget about that. We need to make sure some of these other units are going to be supplied. And I think, yeah, it's so hard to. I just don't really know how to go about it, really. I mean, at the moment, can this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? He can get down to this road here. However, at the moment, tracing on this road into this hex is into a German zone of control. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, I can't even reach here, which means these 2 stacks are in a worst case. You know, I mean, this guy needs somebody adjacent to him, really, or needs to try and battle his way out. But we need a third tank army unit that's not out of supply, or some unit that's not out of supply to start the attack. Just looks kind of hopeless, doesn't it? It really does. Yeah, so that kind of tells me that I need to be more, assuming I activate 40th Army, by all means, maybe make an attack on this unit with these units. This guy and these guys, I think what I need to try and do is move them to somewhere where they can trace supply. And I mean, I could also do is this all third tank? Yeah. I could also do with trying to bail these guys out as well, because there's quite a decent problem with these is the mechanised unit can only move 2 hexes. The infantry gets its full movement, but and we don't have a card yet. We've got 2 cards. I mean, I've not drawn any of the big cards like the front cards or the staff card, so still 2 cards left in the draw pile to try and find something there. I mean, yeah, I mean it'd be nice to get this guy supplied, but I mean even having somebody adjacent, even if this was to move adjacent, I was thinking at first the unit needed to be supplied, but I was just double checking. I mean, just say the path may be traced through a hex in an enemy zone of control only if that hex is occupied by a friendly unit. So it doesn't matter that he's out of supply, which at first I was thinking he needed to be in a supplied status, but it doesn't seem to say that. But even moving it there, I mean, it's 1, 2, he needs to go 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this is the best we can get. And if we want to try and do something about that, we need to remove this guy and this guy. And how do we go about that, you know? I don't see any. That's why I started talking about the fact that you don't see many air supply cards. We used only one that we had up already. That was that one from the 69th Army. We used it for assault coordination, I think. But I haven't seen any others. Of course, again, the wild card event. You can get a wild card event if you wanted to go down that road, but to get somebody out of, remove the out of supply status, put them back in supply, but yeah, we've not got a card for the third tank as well. But like I say, I'm not able to achieve. I mean, what about Kharkov? The Kharkov area itself, how are they looking? No, because can't trace. These are both surrounded. So here again, I need a unit adjacent to get these guys out. But then look at this. I mean, there's no gap. Would I be able to achieve? Well, I might be able to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm 1 short of that guy anyway. 1. Well, yeah, if the unit was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I need to get into this hex, trace into that hex, but obviously I can't trace through that hex. So this guy wouldn't. I think the unit in Kharkov would, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then he's on this road, and then he's fine. But that means getting a unit in here, and I don't see how I can possibly achieve that. Even bring. I mean, if I got to move just now, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I got the 40th Army units down to here, 1, 2, 3. No, I can't strategically move as well because they need to be in support to get strategic movement. Yeah, it's just having a look at the any one unit move, and that needs to be in support as well. Support is just so important, isn't it? Can't strategically move. Can't, there's so many down. Maybe it doesn't feel quite as brutal, but when you start seeing all the things you can't do, all the restrictions, and all the negatives to it, it is important. Obviously losing the Western support situation was probably critical, wasn't it? I think you're going to struggle to win this game if you can't keep that at that position. And yeah, that's where I am, really. I feel like it's really important that I get supply back to Kharkov, because they're just going to attack that next turn when it goes isolated. So I feel like it's really important for me to try and get a unit in this hex. I mean, I've already said that moving these units down. I thought if I make an attack on this, I can advance half to combat into there, but then we're still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 7 hexes away from getting into that hex. And I mean, this guy coming around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 7 hexes away as well. So that would be another 2 activations of these 40th Army units. I cannot see that being possible in the last 2 cards that I've got. I mean, okay, if I draw another air supply, I suppose I could chuck it on Kharkov and get it in supply. Or I might have to use one of the front cards to do that. Because if Kharkov goes... You know, that's 4 victory points, isn't it? Yeah. If it goes isolated, they're just going to bombard that next turn. Mind you, I'm talking about next turn, and we're still nowhere near that yet. We're still nowhere near getting there. We're on 18 points. We can only take another 2 losses. Yeah, I just don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Okay, I'm going to play 40th Army card. I've got to give up on this, but the special event, expedite reserves. Yeah, I'd love to think moving my reserves 1 turn forward. I need to try and see if we can survive this turn. Like, I don't think I can spare that card. You know, I think I need to use it. And the last 2 cards of the deck, I'm actually thinking probably need to be Vornes front card and Stavka. The last 2 cards. Or 40th Army units, maybe. To try and do anything here, I think. Okay, so what's my thinking here? Well, because these guys are surrounded anyways, so I'm going to have to make an attack on this guy again. And just basically free these up to be able to try and move. And I do want to, I guess, try and achieve that. What I think I should do, right, I'm going to activate all units in 40th Army. What I think I should do initially is, well, I'll just show you what my thinking is here. As now, yeah, see, these guys can reach this guy, but not this guy. So he's out of supply just now as well, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 1 short of this road. Now, if he did reach this road, he could trace into this here at the moment anyway, and then be able to trace supply. So I figure I'm gonna move him 1, 2, 3, breaking zone of control, 4. Now remember, he can only move 1, 2, 3, breaking zone of control, and then 5, 6 into the broken. Remember, he can only move 2 hexes because he's out of supply. That then, still, I'm not sure yet. I don't think we're attacking this, but I'm still adjacent to it, so I could have been in this hex or this hex. Doesn't really matter. I can trace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now down to here. Yeah, it was because I have to go around there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't make it there. So that would give him a chance at supplies next turn. These guys. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have an attack on this guy, I'm moving them to here, I suppose. I mean, I could go here, but I don't really see the point. Again, having them surrounded does stop reinforced battles, but I'm not so sure I want to be in this woods hex with these guys. I think I want to be further down. And I mean, as for this stuff, I don't think there's any. I mean, if I do get a third tank card, I'll probably try and drag these guys back to an area where they can trace supply, but this is doomed. I think we need to give up that victory point, let the Germans waste some time over it. I can't get them out of there. I need to be considered more on Kharkov. I mean, the thing is, these are going to go up there and eventually take that city, aren't they? That's 2 victory points. This is a victory point. And then there's also this victory point here, so we can't just run away from this. Right, Grant. I mean, there was a thought, could I remove both of these, but I don't think so. I've got to get these guys out of here first, get down, not only take this unit out, then come and try and take this unit out. I mean, okay, we could get help from if it was third tank. But remember, the other thing I was thinking about just recently, and I thought, well, I could reinforce battle. I can't play combat tactics because I'm out of support again. And just, again, being out of support is just brutal. So, you know, I mean, all I'd need if I draw a third tank. But if I draw a third tank, there's no third tank units that are. So that's never going to happen. I can't attack with third tank because they're all out of supply. I don't have a third tank unit. And if you use other units, I can't then say, right, I'll reinforce the battle or I'll assault coordinate, because I can't play combat tactics. And then you say, well, okay, well, maybe can you put a forward support down? But all these are cards, all these are time, and yeah, right, okay. I'm gonna move these guys. The IP is gonna come off. And I'm going to move them. I don't think I'm going to have an attack on this as well. I mean, because I had to move the mech unit round that side because going around this side wasn't able for him to trace supply. So I think we're just going to put all this into this attack. So I'm just going to move one. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4 onto the road. I think just to give more units to maybe try and get 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it means I've got to activate them on R twice to get them into this hex. But, well, I suppose it's back up because if this attack goes like the last time, you know, and like I say, I can't get them into this attack here. I could get them in on this, but I mean, I could still do that and put them in there, but it's 6 against, yeah. I don't think it achieves anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4 into there, I think. Just onto the road. Yeah. I mean, the other one could be getting down to get at this guy, but yeah, I can't even get these guys down to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. I might draw a third tank card again though. But yeah, I've got not enough cards, not enough time to do all these things. Okay, we're going to attack this again. So that's 12 strength, and that's another 3. All infantry. So 15 to 2. Yeah. Yeah, so 15 to 2 as 7 to 1. Know that high odds like that matter to me at the moment. And chip pools is just 5. Yeah, 5 units, 5 chip pools. I mean, we can't even get round about them, can we? Can we move with the infantry units? No. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I can get in here. Admittedly, that does flank. But that's splitting the units off, and that's the VP hex. And I don't really want to split them up, because if I'm going to get another 40th Army card again, it's going to be a units card. I mean, okay, I suppose there's not any danger to the town if I did move. I'm saying that, if I did get a units and we did obviously remove this guy, then that would be one of my stacks, and that would probably be the second, or maybe the mechanised units. So it probably wouldn't be these. So why don't I leave the 2 strength one there and move this guy 1, 2 reconsidering control, 3 into there, because I'd be kicking myself if I drew a flank attack chip and I didn't have flank when I could have. So yeah, let's do that. So it's still 5 chip pools, but now we have flank attack. Yeah, it's probably unlikely I'm going to draw one, but you know, it could happen. Okay, and we can't play combat tactics anyway. We're not going to move any other units. I think that's all the 40th Army units done something anyway. Am I sure about this? No. Okay, went on pause there for a little bit. Not sure why I'm zoomed out again. I think I was just checking if I'd moved everybody, I think, maybe. Are we going to do this then? Yeah. I don't see why not. I think we've got to try something. It's not a huge big gamble we're taking here anyway. I mean, we're trying to free up these units to basically move back this way now, I think. Okay, let's go. Well, we're set. So the Germans get to draw combat tactic. They draw Panzer Battalion. Oh, great. That's going in. I want to say increase their strength by 1, give them armour, and reduce a hit they're going to take. That's what I'm going to say it is. Let's have a look. Panzer Battalion. Add 2 if they're attacking. Add 1 if it's if they're defending. So they're going to add 1 strength. That takes it to 4, 8, 12, 14, 15 to 3. So it knocks our odds down to 5 to 1. And then this adds German armour to the combat if not already present. Yeah. And then from turn 5 plus, if the attack hex is not in Soviet support, disregard the first 5. There you go. More misery. Okay, yeah, let's just push on. I'm starting to think, just get the German solo rule book out and change this map over, I think. Okay. Minimum of 2, maximum of 5. We've got 5 to 1 odds. They have armour, we do not. Yeah, okay. They're in the woods. Yeah, okay. Right, I'll get the first 2. Okay, there's the first 2 chats. This was the first one, man. yeah, I shouldn't really complain because it's got D2 on it. Okay, us taking hits, that's probably irrelevant at the moment. We need to do something with this guy, and remember he's reducing a hit, so we've got D1 on him at the moment, so that's something. Actually, he's surrounded as well. Actually, I never noticed that. That was kind of lucky then. Although, yeah, I didn't think about it. So that's good. So if we get, we want D2 on him. He's going to have to retreat, take a step loss, and then retreat again. But we still need D3, don't we? Yeah, we still need D3 to eliminate. Okay, I'll draw the other three. I'm going to go to maximum 5, so let's get the other three. Okay, I was cringing when I seen that, but it's only on 1 to 8, on turn 1 to 8. Only attacker armor or only a defender armor. And they had armor with the Panzer battalions. So we got lucky with that one. Right, 2 to go. This was 9 to 1 in the front. I thought, alright, we've got a chance. Just 5 to 1 or 4 to 1. Less than 4 to 1. So it doesn't apply. Right, one more. Really need a D1. Nah, no joy. It was attacker command 5 on the front. We've only got a 3 and dispersion supplied on the back. So that's our 5 chits. A1, D2, but remember they get to reduce a hit. So it's basically A1, D1. Yeah, so I've put the 2 hits to the Germans, 1 to the Soviets. So D2, A1. But like I say, they're Panzer battalion card with us being out of support, which is really. I'll certainly know in the next game. I mean, I did start the game. You seen me starting the game when I realised that support. I was trying to get the support markers out at first, but keeping this Western support line is so vital, I think, in this game, and that'll be something that I'll remember in my second attempt at this. So that soaked up the 1 hit. Now they've got to take another hit. However, it's going to be a whole chance, isn't it? We kind of want them to retreat. Well, yeah, no, we really want them to retreat, don't we? Because they're going to take a step loss anyway when they... Ooh, wait a minute, this guy's unsupplied. Does that mean they get away with a step loss? I think it might do. No, it does still apply, doesn't it? Yeah, it's only when friendly units in supply and not supplied comes into it, isn't it? Right, so, well, we'd still need to check the whole chance, so fingers crossed here we're going to get a retreat out of them. So we've got 1 hit to take, but they've got 2 steps, so and they haven't retreated already. So conduct a hold check. Number of steps in defending units is a 2. So that's 2. Twice the VP value of the hex. The hex hasn't got a VP value. It is in the wood, so does that not come into it? Yeah, it does. So twice the value, that hasn't got. +1 if hex is woods, town or city, so that's increasing it slightly. Yeah, we want a low number here, don't we? +1 if all attackers across Donetsk or Dnieper river hex size, no. -2 if defenders unable to trace supply. Ooh. Well, I've no. Yeah, I noticed that's something I meant to mention. I've been talking a lot recently about these Rouse units and how they're having to trace up here for supply. I mean, okay, you can sometimes get confused with reserve supply. This doesn't count for reserve supply, but this counts fine for German supply. Normal German supply, they can trace off this map edge right down to there. Oh, actually, no, he's going to be surrounded. He's not going to be able to trace supply. Yeah, okay. But, but I have been foolishly talking, right? How do I trace supply with this guy? Right, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, when they can go around here as well. You know, they can just trace off this map edge. Anyway, yeah, no, he can't trace supply because he is surrounded. He can't move into there, and he's not the adjacent. So that's good, and that takes it down. That's a -2. That's excellent. If defenders unable to trace supply, -2. So that's down to a 1. Right, but here's one he's going to get back. +2 if retreat would require an extra step loss. Yeah, so wherever he retreats to is getting an extra step loss. So that's a +2 back up to 3. +2 if retreat would cause dangerous surround to another German. No, I don't think so. Well, let's see where he's going to retreat to first. I think this guy's in dangerous surround, but I don't think him retreating. Although he could potentially retreat to there, couldn't he? Let me see where he's going to retreat to. Okay, I think he can't find the hex to retreat to within the preferences. So I think he's going to go low. He's just going to find the tiebreaker lowest numbered hex. Just to double check here. So when more than one hex available and given retreat priority. Now hold on. Retreat priority, not an enemy zone of control. Well, they all are. Hex in enemy zone of control occupied by friendly supplied unit. No. Unoccupied hex in enemy zone of control and friendly supply. And then they would remove a step. So if he can, this in here, he would be able to trace supply through this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And here he'd be able to trace supply 1, 2, 3, 4. And here he'd be able, yeah, they can all trace supply. So he's going to look at either one of the 3 hexes. So then we look at preferences. German VP hex, no. Hex not in dangerous round. Ha. Right, there's a good one. This hex is in dangerous round. If he retreats here, he's in dangerous round. This hex is in dangerous round if he retreats here. This hex is surrounded. It's not in dangerous round, it's surrounded. Come on. Next preference is woods terrain. That doesn't apply. Next preference would be hex to which no Soviet units proximate. They're all going to be proximate. And then the last one is direction opposite forward arrow in units hex. Well, the forward arrow's this way, opposite is into there, so you can't do that. So my thinking would be then look at tiebreakers, which is what was the first one? If it can trace enable supply. A hex that enables another German unit to trace supply, another German unit to trace supply. These two they can trace supply, so it's fine. So, and then it's lowest numbered hex, which would be here. So, I think that's where he would retreat to. However, you could, if you literally take and remember that dangerous surround and being surrounded are totally different. They're different things. Where's the sort of right, surround is a unit is surrounded whenever adjacent hex contains enemy units or zone of controls, even if in a map edge hex. Danger of surround is a hex is not a dangerous surround. A hex is in dangerous surround if not surrounded. So there you go, it's worded there. That's on the player aid. Hex is in dangerous surround if not surrounded. So that kind of tells you that unit's going to retreat into there. Because that is not in dangerous surround, it is surrounded. Wow. Okay. And I knew they more spelled this out within this game, because I think it was a bit unclear. People used to get mixed up thinking, well, this is in dangerous surround because I'm already surrounded. I think it wasn't as clear in Ardennes, but that's making it clearer. But would he really do that? Would he really see that as a preference? Maybe another one of the questions that could do a little bit clarification, or maybe you think it's quite clear that hex is not in dangerous surround. I don't know. If he does go there, then what are we trying to see here? We're still looking at the. Yeah, I'm getting myself in a muddle here. I'm still doing this, the whole check. So if retreat would cause dangerous round to another German, and my thinking was that if he went there, that this might not be in because this guy is now breaking zone of control. So is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you see, I couldn't get in there to surround that guy. No, he can only move 2 hexes, mine Grant. Yeah, that's weird. That does mean, right, I think that if this unit was, right, at the moment, this guy is in dangerous round. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 into there, surrounding that guy. Yeah, they're infantry, although they're out of supply, that does surround them. If this unit moves into here, if he retreats into that hex, this unit's now not in dangerous round. So, if that is the hex that he's going to retreat into, that is then going to apply. Oops, daisies. That is then going to apply another +2 to the dice here, because +2 if retreat would cause. Oh no. Sorry, I'm reading that wrong, am I not? +2 if retreat would cause dangerous round to another German. Would cause dangerous round to another German. Right, okay, sorry, I'm thinking about it wrong. You can see what I was trying to think. I was thinking, does that remove dangerous round? And that would maybe be in. They got a +2 for that. Yeah, +2. The bigger the number is, the more likely they're going to stay. So yeah, if it was removing dangerous round, it would be a minus, wouldn't it, to try and get them to retreat? Yeah, I think so. So that would not cause dangerous round to another German unit, I don't think. Well, maybe, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this guy in dangerous round? 1, 2, 3. No. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, actually, maybe. Oh, this is. Like, I thought this was going to be pretty straightforward. This is quite complicated. Of course, I'm not sure about this. I don't feel 100% sure about that this should be the hex that he's retreating to. So, but would that matter, Grant? If he moves to... Yeah, it kind of would. It would matter, because if he retreats to either one of these 2 hexes... No, hang on though. This guy would be breaking zone of control, Grant. 1, 2. Yeah, I would remember if he goes here or here, this would be 1, 2, 3. I'd be able to get in there. And yeah, no, I don't think it maybe would then. I don't think it would. Unless. No, if he retreated here, no, that wouldn't either. If he retreated here, this guy would be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, but we'd have nobody to go in here, would we, if he retreated there? Yeah, we'd have nobody to go in there. So, and then if he retreated here or here, this guy wouldn't be able to get right round. We wouldn't be able to get right round to here. And they would need that because this unit would go 1, 2, 3, 4, but not be able to reach here. So yeah, I don't think. So if retreat would cause danger to another German, I don't think so then, with that thinking. No, I'm going to say no then. So that's good, we're still at 3. And then +2 if defending units have already retreated 1 hex. Right, no, so I think I'm at 3. Sorry, let me just double check. 2 steps, 1 for the woods is 3. -2 because they're unable to trade supply takes us down to 1. +2 if retreat would require an extra. Right, it's a 3. Okay. So if we get a 3 or less, we apply a step loss. Right, I'm just going to roll off. Well, I do like to show you these ones when we'll go up here somewhere then. When it's kind of important. Right, so I want a 4 or higher, don't I? Okay, here we are. A 6, that'll do. 6, right. Good. So he's going to retreat, isn't it? That was greater than a 3. Retreat 1 hex. Yeah. Right, well now we've got to decide where that hex is going to be. Well, it's turning out this is 41. I was sure I was getting a German impulse in here. So I might as well just upload this as a part, because I wouldn't mind. In fact, I might even go and ask this question on BGG just to get an answer, because I'm going to be coming back later and want to play a bit more, and if I want to know if he's going to retreat here or here. I mean, I'm going to go by the way the rules are written, that he's going to retreat. Sorry, I don't need to angle him. He's going to retreat into that hex there, and because he's in a enemy zone of control, when he retreats, he's going to take a step loss as well. And that satisfies his hit. I kind of need to know then here, don't I? I really do, because we're gonna. Could it matter to us advancing if he was to have retreated here? I don't think it would matter though, Grant, would it? I mean, if he retreats here and takes a step loss, wouldn't you still advance units into here? I think I would. Right, you've only got a bit to go, Grant, so just can we try and finish it? Right, I need to take a hit on somebody. I've no 3-step units. This guy wasn't involved in the attack anyway, was he? I've no 3-step. Yeah, it's got to be on one of these guys, isn't it? So 4, 5, and 6. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's going to be a 2 as well. So I'm going to reduce this guy in the bottom. He's our hit. So advance after combat. Yeah, I kind of need to. So I don't think it's going to matter, but I suppose I reserve the right to bring that back if I find out that this unit shouldn't have retreated to there at all and should have retreated to here. Then I might reconsider my advance after combat, but I'm only going to advance. Well, that's a full stack of units into the 1 hex. Yeah, so go with that. That's our impulse done. Yeah, I'm going to go and ask that question now, because I've not uploaded 85 yet, and I've still got to look back on a little bit, and then I'd like to look back on this as well, because it seemed to get kind of messy as well near the end. So, you know, rather than get out there all muddled up. However, that will be that, and we'll just leave the German impulse still to come, I think, rather than try and attach this one, because that's 44 minutes. There's better smaller parts like that anyway. Okay, and then like I say, I might revisit this advance if it's into the wrong hex. Okay, great. Right, well, I've got 4 cards in my hands. I'm going to draw 1 and the last 2 cards in the draw pile. I'd like to see a staff cut or a front card, really, I think. Well, Vorness front in particular. So here we go. It's 3rd Tank Army with forward support, combat tactic partisans. Well, it might enable these guys. I mean, it's only these guys. These are all locked in. I mean, unless I can hang on, see if I can draw because the last card, who knows, could be a front card, and I could maybe put air supply on Kharkov, and I don't know. Maybe try and make an attack. I don't know. Probably silly sounding. Okay, I'll get off for now, and I'll find out about this, and I'll get back with part 87. I'm going to have to take the dogs out for a bit of a walk, but I'm not working the day, so I'll be back later afternoon this evening, hopefully with the answer to this question. Yeah, there was another couple Ramones just came back and commented with a couple of things. One, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything about it. I might be able to. That was a bit daft. It looks like it's been a daft one. I'll let look at it again before I start talking about it anyway, and I'll bring that up in the next part. Okay, cheers for now, guys.